Oh! Oh my goodness. Oh Lord, I almost ducked directly into that one. Jeez Louise. It's a good thing I didn't. Welcome boys, welcome. Today we are using Rafael Fiziev. Didn't get to use him before his fight against Mateusz Gamrot. That last name is it can be hard for me to say sometimes, but thank you. The way that fight ended was not how I expected it to end, and it was very disappointing, to be honest. A kick. To be honest, because like him getting injured, man, that fight was going really. By the way, like it feels weird playing UFC 4 right now. Like this game, UFC 4, in terms of feel, just pretty much everything, it is an inferior game to UFC 5. Like right off the bat, and like kick. It's, you know, of course, some of the controls have changed, right? Like the way you throw uppercuts changed, the spinning inputs definitely changed, and there we go. So that's, so some of the inputs definitely changed, and going back and forth between UFC 4 and UFC 5, it's not going to be a change as drastic as, say, UFC 3 to UFC 2, right? Like if you play UFC 2 and you try to play UFC 3, it is a drastic change. The striking is way different. The inputs are way different. A vast majority of things are different, right? So it's not going to be that drastic of a change. Like if your striking is good in UFC 4, your striking is going to be good in UFC 5. The changes there are not so significant that you're going to have to start afresh to learn how to play a brand new game. There we go. Rock him right there. Set him. Oh my God, bro. I was looking at him like, are you about to quit? Are you about to quit? And he actually did. I don't know why this man decided to quit. I don't think I was doing anything cheesy or exploited to him. I was just hitting him. I guess he didn't see a path to victory, and he just decided that it's best to bounce. So, oh well. I'll take that. All right, boys. We're facing Alexander Volkanovski. And what I was saying before that last guy decided that it was time for him to vamoose is the differences between on the feet specifically, right? Like if you play UFC 4 and your striking is good, a lot of that translates very well to UFC 5. The one thing you're going to find that you have to adjust to is some of the distance management. We'll talk about that further later on. But some of the distance management you're going to have to improve on. Against the cage, like in a lot of ways, defense is so much better, but in a lot of ways as well. Like you find yourself against the cage, it is so much more deadly. Like UFC 5 is a more dangerous game overall, right? With the doctor stoppages, the cuts actually meaning something now. The fact that if you get cut on one side of your face, you actually take more damage on that side. It's not just superficial. Bro, this is a bad idea. Standing against the cage right here, it's a bad idea. It's even a worse idea in UFC 5, as you guys are going to see. So the inputs as well, in my opinion, are better in UFC 5. I prefer them to the striking inputs in UFC 4. And the impact of shots. Oh, set him down. The impacts of shots. Like the rumble is stronger in UFC 5. The strikes are faster as well in a lot of ways, especially the higher weight classes. They've been sped up. So heavyweight, light heavyweight, middleweight, they definitely don't feel as slow. So you're going to feel just faster overall as you're fighting. The footwork is definitely more responsive. I was talking to one of the devs about that, Eves, and they did everything in their power to try to make footwork. That was close. They did their best to try to make it more responsive, and you can definitely feel that. Oh my God, bro. So as I'm playing UFC 4 right now, like, it just does not feel right, bro. It just doesn't. As I'm hitting them with shots, and I'm like, why am I not feeling these shots I'm hitting them with? And I'm like, that's right. Like, the impact, like the feedback you get on your controller is not as potent as UFC 5. There we go. Oh my goodness. Oh Lord, I almost ducked directly into that one. Jeez Louise. It's a good thing I didn't. Kick. Bro, that is just the wrong. Oh, that one caught him to the head. But let's talk about Fiziev, man. That fight was going, sit him down, beautiful. That fight was going really well. It really was. It was turning out to be a fun fight. First of all, this man shows up. He shows up with his hair cut. He's like very tight haircut. And I'm like, what the hell happened to your bun, man? It's not the same. It's not the same. And then, of course, you know, he's kicking so hard, and I believe it was round number 2. You guys saw what happened right there? I was going to throw an uppercut, but there we go, rocked him. Sit him down. The uppercut input in UFC 5 is, of course, let's not even talk about the submissions, man. That's my bread and butter right now. That's my bread and butter right now, brother, man. I actually get excited right now when fights hit the mat in UFC 5. Like, I cheat. I'm like, yes, let's go. That's where I wanted to be. I'm going to get up right here. This is... Yeah, so... So, round number 2, this man throws a roundhouse to the body and freaking destroys his left knee. And, of course, it's just with the way he pivoted. A lot of times when you throw that roundhouse, right, you want to be able to, you know, rotate your hips completely. And when you rotate your hips completely, of course, your leg, the leg that you're planting on, has to pivot as well. But if it's not, if it doesn't pivot and it stays planted, right, if you don't pivot on the ball of your foot and it stays planted, and you swivel your hip and you rotate your hip to throw that roundhouse powerful, or to throw it in the way that he did, you can absolutely shatter your knee. And that's what happened to him right there. Like, this man is so freaking explosive, and he's so quick twitch. A lot of times you definitely see fighters injure their own selves because of the way, just like, this is that moving your head, this shit you're doing, it's gonna get you freaking KO'd, bro. I'm not sure who taught this player how to move his head, but okay. There we go, rock him right there. Man, Rafael also, I'm just, in this game, man, he feels way shorter. He just doesn't feel like you can really reach opponents. Like, look at that. Everything falls short. Sit him down right there. All right. I can't wait for the game to drop so that we can finally switch things over and start doing fighter showcases, man. Thank you. I'm just going to start teeing off on this man's body when he does that shit. There we go. Caught him with that head kick. Pulling back, pulling back, pulling back, pulling back. All right, he says no. There we go. Okay. Goodbye. Good fight to you, man. Good fight. Good fight. I don't think it's the right way to move your head, man. That gets you in trouble, bro. Like, doing this wiggle shit. You see? Caught him with the shot to the body as he was leaning to the other side. Look at that. Boom! As he was leaning to the other side. It stretches out his body and makes that shot way more potent. Look at that. Yeah. Remember, that is in the game. If you're leaning to the opposite side and you get caught to the body, it makes the body shot even harder. Anyways, let's do one more. Justin Gaethje. Ready. Ready. Whew. We're finally feeling better. Oh, rolling thunder right off the bat. We're finally feeling a little bit better. Knees are better. I had a cold, which gave me a cough that lasted for a long time. The cough is slowly going away now, which means that we're going to be going back to training, and I'm so fucking excited, bro. I'm so excited about that. We're going to be going back to some jiu-jitsu. It's been a minute, man. I have not trained in a while, and let me tell you, it is driving me absolutely crazy. Of course, I'm still studying. I have two dummies right there behind me. You guys could probably see it in the camera. Well, no, not with the... You won't be able to see it, but you've seen it, I'm sure. Those dummies come in handy, man. Anytime I study something and I want to practice what I studied, they come in handy. So, I'm not completely, I don't just sit on my ass and do nothing. But I'll probably go to class again tomorrow. Just take it easy. Slowly get myself back into it. My obsession right now is with leg locks. We're going to keep studying. Set him down. I'd like to see them run that fight back because oh, he was about to do the rolling thunder and ran into a knee. I don't know if I'm gonna stop playing UFC 4 completely. It's unlikely that I will stop completely, even after UFC 5 drops. Because I do like this game, man. I really do. It pisses me off at times, and when I play it for long periods of times, like, I start to get very burnt out and annoyed by it, especially the grappling. But UFC 5 has made up for it in a lot of ways, I'm going to tell you. In a lot of ways. The fact that, like, I finally feel dangerous on the ground the way I've always wanted to feel. That just, it makes up for so much, bro. So much. When people take me down now, it's not like before. Before where it was like, oh, you wanna have your, you wanna beat Marshall Mine, just take him down. That shit's not. It's not the case anymore, bro. It's not the case anymore. Like, I genuinely think I have the best submissions in the game right now. Like, that was not the case. I was terrible at submissions. I'm terrible at submissions in UFC 4, but in UFC 5, I don't think there's anybody better at the moment. There really isn't. Thank you. And I might not remain the best at submissions in UFC 5 as some of these lethal players start to get better at it. But the one thing is I'm always going to be dangerous with it. It's never going to be a source of weakness. It's never going to be a place where any player on this planet will say, all right, I'm going to take him right there and have my way. It's never going to be the case. And that makes me very happy. Because I can genuinely say I don't have any more weaknesses in my game. Like, I'm going to be better in UFC 5 than I am in UFC 4. Like, significantly better. There's not going to be a place where I have a weakness. Set him down. I set him down again. And as this game improves and improves and improves and becomes more true to life, I'm only going to get better. Nah. Woo! Oh! Man, I felt it. I felt it right there, bro. I was just on point. Just slip, slip, slip. Boom, left hook. Beautiful left hook. Beautiful left hook. And that left hook was me actually loading up a block counter. Because that was me loading up a block counter, and it's come in handy. Trying to load up that block counter has actually led to more left hook finishes for me, I've noticed. Because even when they're throwing a cross, I'm like trying to throw that left hand over the top. Because I'm thinking it's going to be a right cross, a right hook at me, so I can block counter. And then when it's a cross, a lot of times I'll just exchange with it and win. It's very interesting. But yeah, man, there you have it. Rafael Fiziev. Hope you guys enjoyed this fighter showcase. Like I said, it is unfortunate what happened to the man, but hopefully he bounces back and that injury does not derail him too much. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like on it. It always helps out the channel. And I'll see you guys later. As always, stay safe. Peace out. Have a good one, boys.